that over hundreds of thousands of years of cooking food, even in the simplest form, has actually helped us evolve.
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. So Homo sapiens emerged in Africa about 200,000 years ago.
What's up, Luke?
Boom.
Luke Keogh's joined the Facebook.
They lived alongside and interbred with the other hominin species.
Nasty.
So they're fucking all these other things. They're fucking Neanderthals.
Are they fucking these Neanderthals because they can't get away because they're on four legs, the other ones are on two?
Well, the Neanderthals are not on four legs. They're
Neanderthals are so walking.
The Neanderthals are just fucking like big, grunty, dumb human things.
Yeah,
that's a huge bitch.
They're the Trump supporters of fucking 800,000 BC.
So other hominins went extinct, and they think that maybe the Homo sapiens killed them, or also they were built for a different climate than they were built for a hotter climate, and they were built for a colder climate. Sorry, and I don't know. They're not really sure, and actually, there's still some of the Neanderthal DNA that can be found in humans. So I've seen estimates up to 4%.
We fucking murdered all of them.
Yeah, we probably murdered all.
We did.
Right, we probably fucked them and murdered them.
For sure.
But like you had societies, but they weren't writing shit in stone, but. It's very easily you could just be like, you know what? Fuck all those Neanderthals. Let's take their shit. Let's kill them.
Mm-hmm. Well, have you guys ever seen the movie or the show Cosmos? The new one with. Do you remember the part where he talks about the reason that white people historically are more advanced or richer than the African continent or the black people?
No,
because of the animals that surrounded them. So like when the fucking white people migrated out of Africa,
right,
they had oxen and horses and shit that they found in these other areas. These animals did more of the work for them,
right,
so they were able to cook things and feed their brains and read fucking literature, write literature, where these other people that didn't have the animal labor to fucking plow their fields and do whatever the fuck else, didn't have the luxury of that.
Yeah.
It's just weird that you can think just one little thing like that.
One little thing.
Yeah, one little thing, but over a long fucking period of time.
Over hundreds of thousands of years,
a long period of time.
I think it's also like more so, I mean, the brothers had zebras over there that can do the same thing as horses did, but they just left them alone. I think it's another thing about. I mean,
no, that's true.
You're right. You're absolutely.
That's a good fucking point.
I mean, they just left them alone.
That's a good point.
They do the work for them.
Yeah, they never tamed them. They just let the animals alone, and animals let them alone. That's what I'm saying. They didn't tame them to do the work for them. Yeah.
Damn white folk trying to tame everything.
Right.
And I don't know why that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is I don't get it? I guess, but
yeah.
So
because we respect nature more, you fucking white devils.
Well, that's the reason you're running around with fucking paint on your face and throwing spears.
I was waiting for you to call me a spear chucker, you racist fuck.
Well, let's talk about some of these kind of evolutionary kind of holdover things. So can any of you what?
Well, besides, you mentioned cooking as growing the brains. When you were talking about 3 million years ago, when they stopped being able to grab their trees with feet. What kind of ushered this kind of evolution? Did you?
So they needed to move. They needed to move out of the trees. They couldn't get everything that they needed in the trees anymore, and
there have been environmental changes.
Yeah, environmental changes. So. Humans are actually quite good at, and there are still some people in Africa that's how they hunt animals. They actually run the animals down over the course of like a day.
Miles.
Because the animal, like a human being is actually capable of massive endurance compared to most animals. And it's an evolutionary thing that they were
massive
able to.
endurance combined with
Guarantee you the top
cognitive
5 long distance runners in the world are from Africa.
Yeah, yeah, I believe that. I definitely believe that.
Oh yeah,
if not top fucking 100.
So
what is it? Is it Kenya that always has the winners?
Yeah, it's always Kenya. Yeah.
Right. So can any of you wiggle your ears?
No, my wife can, but I can't.
Okay,
no.
so your wife can wiggle
Demon.
because she's a demon. Yes.
Demon. What fucking ears are? What is this?
Well, so this is called a vestigial trait, and it's something that is from our past. And some animals, like cats and dogs, you ever notice how they can move their ears and change the direction of their ears to direct kind of or detect where something's coming from? That is our shitty way of still being able to do that.
The little twitch that somebody can do.
Right. So it's not very good. Another one. Have you guys ever done this test where you put your thumb and your pinky together and you kind of bring your wrist up? Do you have this thing?
Yeah, you look at that thing. Yeah.
I don't have that.
I don't have that.
So you don't have it. So do you have it, Ashtray? Okay, so I'm the only one that has it here. That's another one. Yep, I'm a demon.
What is that?
So that was tendon? It's an extra tendon that doesn't do dick for us nowadays. But I guess maybe it had something to do with grabbing onto trees and shit back in the day.
Maybe you have extra pinky strength.
Maybe you should give up scuba diving.
It really doesn't do anything anymore?
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Oh.
So Yost has it as well. So those are a few of them, but there are more recent ones that affect us every day. So 10,000 years ago, humans could not drink milk after they were a baby.
How long ago?
10,000 years ago.
Only 10,000.
Only 10,000 years ago. Across the board. And what changed this, and this kind of ties into what Mystic was talking about, was agriculture and keeping cattle. Now, they're not sure what came first. If the cattle came first and people started to develop a tolerance for lactose, or if it was the other way around. If they had a tolerance for, there was a mutation.
It is weird, too, because I was thinking that the other day. We're the only species that drinks another species' milk.
Yep.
I mean, cats will drink cow's milk, but we give it to them. They wouldn't willingly go out and suck on a cow's tit or something.
Yeah.
Right. So today, more than 90% of all people have some degree of lactose or lactose tolerance.
If I eat ice cream, y'all in the same room with me. Y'all are gonna hate it.
About a third of the population digests lactose imperfectly and experiences some symptoms of lactose intolerance. And some people, mostly of African, Asian, or Mediterranean descent, are not able to digest lactose at all.
Oh,
Native Americans too.
Yep. I fart and then if I want to clear my colon, I eat some ice cream.
Got a little rocky road in your pants.
I grab my tablet. I prefer caramel praline.
It's just a white people superpower, man.
Yeah, right.
It's
true. So that's
white folks for white milk. I get it.
10,000 years.
The early groups, tribes or whatever that could have lactose tolerance and use dairy as a resource, like over thousands of years. Well, this is only 10,000 years ago, but still, it's thousands of years.
So they're saying
helped them advance faster.
So here's a quote and this is from the Smithsonian. The European and maybe Arab expansions that whacked the Byzantine Empire may have been outcomes of this new ability to digest food, digest dairy. They had more resources. They had more nutrients. Yeah. So being able to do that gives you an advantage.
Well, and you can eat Like you could make cheese and keep cheese and eat it throughout the, you know what I mean? They had to eat vegetables that would go bad right away and shit. Like, yeah, that is a big advantage.
Huge advantage. Big game changer.
Well, yeah. Prior to then, you're always foraging. Pretty much.
So 10,000 years ago, things change
dramatically. Also restricted by the harvest season of whatever you're eating.
Right. Things changed drastically for humans as agriculture developed, as civilization developed. Now, here's another one. Have you guys heard of scurvy?
Yeah,
that's a lot of
fruit, right?
Vitamin C, yeah.
Right, lack of vitamin C. You actually
caught scurvy in a Super Nintendo video game called Secrets of, not Secrets of, Yep.
I have no idea what you just said. But we're going to continue on.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to take another shot. I've had like 5 or 6 already. I'm taking another.
All right, Ashtray, are you taking another shot?
It's all even.
Okay, so as these guys are taking their vitamin C supplements,
I'm just taking shots.
So you don't want to have scurvy. Basically, you start to fall apart. You start bleeding from your orifices. It's really Yeah, it's not a good time.
Jesus Christ!
And I don't like the bleeding from orifices.
Bleeding from your orifices?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
And
you get
salute, Teddy.
So. Explorers back in the day, so back in like the 1400s or whatever, they quickly discovered that on long voyages you better fucking bring along some source of vitamin C, otherwise you're going to be in big trouble. And the thing is, your cat or your dog or other mammals do not have that problem. They don't need vitamin C, and almost all other mammals they generate their own vitamin C, and humans do not create their own vitamin C. So after looking into this, they actually found that humans have the genetics in order to create vitamin C. They have this GULO gene.
Well, let's CRISPR that shit and get it going.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that's on the horizon. But the thing is, some time long ago, so maybe this was 200,000 years ago, maybe it was 1,000,000 years ago, that gene had a radical mutation happen to it. And normally what would happen if an animal, let's say something just suddenly has a mutation where it goes blind, and this is a genetic disease, and those many times because of natural selection, those things will die out, or humans or whatever. But back in the day, I was talking about all of these early ancestors. They were all in African areas with a lot of vitamin C available, so they're thinking that it didn't affect the population because they had the stuff. It was part of their diet. So now this gene that affects us now and means that we have to take vitamin C in from outside sources, it wasn't a problem for them. It's a problem for us now. Or I guess if you're a sailor on a long voyage, I don't think it's really a problem.
I mean, you
anyone's catching scurvy nowadays.
Right.
I mean, you can just go buy an orange juice from fucking.
Right. Yeah. You gotta go like 6 months without any vitamin C to get scurvy, man. It's just
hey, man, post-apocalypse, it might be a problem.
Right. So now let's talk about. So these are kind of some of our far back things, and what got me on the subject of this was I read an article, and our brains are shrinking. I didn't realize this.
I've heard that when you get older, your brain shrinks.
No,
just like
our brains are shrinking as a species.
Oh shit!
So
Trump.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is this: over the past 10,000 to 20,000 years, they think the shrinkage is likely related to the decline in humans' average body size during the past 10,000 years. So we didn't need as big a body because we weren't in as cold of temperatures. So we didn't need all that mass. A smaller body also suggests a smaller pelvic size in females. So you need
those small pelvics.
Right. So you need a smaller